So last time I did a video out here on the Farwell Apartments Project, we were getting an asbestos survey done. And so we got the results back, I don't know, a week or two ago. And out of the three houses, this house is the only one that had some asbestos. So we did have to get that abated. It was no big deal. It took a day. They go through the process of doing it safely and remove it safely. And now it's gone and we can move forward. So when they take samples for the survey, they knew we were going to be redoing this house or moving the house or whatever, so we didn't care as much about the flooring. But as you can see, they ripped up a bunch of flooring to take a sample. They wanted to take some of the old flooring underneath, and this is the highest risk of having asbestos, this old vinyl flooring, and it's the glue oftentimes that has asbestos, but this did not. So where they did find asbestos, which is as common, is there was a wrapping that goes on the ducting. It wasn't on this part, but it was on this. It was wrapped in some type of paper that had asbestos on it. So that's the only thing that had to be removed. Okay, so the other thing that we had to do to get this property ready to develop is this one house had an old well that wasn't even on the Department of Ecology's website where you can find well reports and everything. It was so old that it wasn't even recognized by the county, but it was here and it was being used. So we had to decommission that well because worst thing would be, you build an apartment over it and all of a sudden there's water coming up from a well underneath. So to do it is a major process. It was actually more expensive than I thought. They bring in the full drill truck. They have to go all the way down to the bottom, and honestly, I'm not exactly sure what they had to do to plug it, but they made it so it is no longer an active well. It's capped off and done for, so we can build over the top of it safely. So on this third house, this is the one out of the three that we do have to remove. The house movers didn't want to move this one. It's just too old of a house, and it wouldn't be able to move in a way that would be, usable at the next location. So the next step for this one is we're going to tear it down. But before we do that, the fire department had reached out and they want to use it for training for their new firefighters. So we're going to leave it standing for a month, 6 weeks, and they're going to come and use it as they please for training purposes, which is kind of